Hey there, what's up? This is Cheryl with Cheryl's Network Live, coming to you from Las Vegas, from our studio here. And at Cheryl's Network Live, we offer you tips, ideas, and strategies on taking your business to many levels above where it is today. So thank you so much for joining us. And today we have on recording or on phone line, Ruth and Sheridan, coming to us all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Ruth Ann, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Cheryl.
Perfect. Well, and we can hear you as well. Thank you so much for joining me today on the show. And, I love working, Ruth, with like-minded people that have kind of left probably corporate America for direct sales, network marketing, and that are doing amazing things. And I know that that's where you're at. So why don't you share with us a little bit about you and what it is that you're doing?
Oh, thank you, Cheryl. And thank you for having me on. I'm just honored to be on your show and really excited to sort of share what's happened to me in the hopes of maybe inspiring some other people to do the same. So by background, I'm a professional accountant. I'm a CPA, and I've been a CPA for 30 years. And about 10 years ago, I had achieved a pretty high level in my job. I was a VP of tax for a big public company that had worldwide operations, and I had been working away diligently many hours. And my boss at the time, who was the chief operating officer, came in to advise me that the company was moving its headquarters to another province. And I'm a single mom, and I had 2 kids in school, and I just didn't want to move. It was not something I was prepared to do. So he then advised me that I was not going to get my bonus for that year if I didn't move. Mm-hmm. And I said to him, well, I thought bonus was based on performance, and, I've done a great job. And he basically looked at me and he said, not anymore. Oh. And it was a shock because I was counting on that money. And I sometimes think of, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Christmas Vacation when
yes.
Clark Griswold doesn't get his bonus.
Yes.
And he's so sad that he's not getting his swimming pool. Well, that was me. I was Clark Griswold because I had promised my kids, a trip and a whole bunch of things, and I wasn't going to be able to do it. So I looked at my boss and I said, well, this is my last day of work here. And he looked at me and he said, well, you can't go. You just can't leave. And I started, just unpacking my desk, my personal things in my briefcase in a box that was in the corner of my office. And I picked it up and I walked out. And, he chased me down the hall and he said, well, you can't leave. You have to tell us what's going on and you have to give us time. And I said, no, I'm going right now. And it was at that moment that I decided I was not going to ever be at the mercy of someone else. Mm-hmm. So I went home and I was pretty scared after doing that. But it was that day that I decided to enter the field of network marketing. I had heard about it. I didn't know a lot about it, but I understood the business model and how it could create a residual income and a very good lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And I've never looked back. So, I spent my first years kind of struggling and working odd jobs and little contract positions to fill the gaps. But I'm here today and learned a whole bunch of new skills and really blessed to be able to live a life that I choose, that I'm not at someone else's sort of, whim.
And so now you're a full-time network marketer.
That's right.
Gone from CPA to network marketing. I just love the story. It's so inspiring because there's so many women especially out there that would love to just fire their boss, but they're terrified. So what would you say if what message would you give to a woman like that?
I would say yourself. And it takes that belief to move into, first of all, a whole new industry. And it takes that belief to be able to leave something that you perceive as secure, but really isn't.
No, you perceive it. That's right.
It's really belief, and also, you know, in my journey through network marketing, I mean, it wasn't always easy, Cheryl. In the early years, I struggled. I was learning new skills. And I went through all of the things that probably most people go through when they first start in the industry. You know, when you would get the no, it felt terrible, and, you know, you felt rejected. And really, you know, I had to come to understand why I had those reactions to things like that. And then, you know, there were things that had happened to me in my past that I needed to let go of so that I could really move forward in my business and succeed. So, I mean, just recognize that it's a journey and a learning experience. But man, at the end of that, well, the journey never ends. But when you get to your destination, it's a beautiful place.
Yes, I can well imagine. It's a beautiful place. And you know, I think what many people do, because it is a journey and there is that learning curve, and you really, I mean, you're out of your comfort zone as well, wouldn't you agree?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, in the early years, you know, it's quite funny now that when I look back, I laugh, because I did a lot of the traditional things that people are taught in this industry. Make your list of friends and family and call them, and, you know, the list. Well, eventually I burned through my list, and I had to move to internet marketing to start creating leads. And I remember the first time that I posted something on Facebook that wasn't just me sharing pictures of my kids and dogs. It was actually an inspirational quote. I was terrified. I posted that post and went, oh my gosh, people are going to think I went off the deep end. Because I came from a very, very traditional profession.
Yeah, CPA.
And, I had to get over myself and really believe that what I was doing was going to pay off in the end, and it was the right path. And, you know, it gets easier over time. The second post was a little easier, and the third one a little easier. So, you know, just keep going is my message to people.
That's a great, great story, Ruth. And I thank you so much for sharing it with us today on the show. And I can just, you know, I would love to meet you in person. I've never had that opportunity. I, too, have lived in Canada for many years, have dual citizenship from BC, West Coast versus East Coast. And so I can just, you know, I can just imagine some of the things that you went through being in traditional business in Canada as a CPA gone network marketing. It's a beautiful, beautiful story. And what it does is it will empower and inspire people around the world to be able to do the same thing and fire their own boss. So thank you. Go ahead.
I want to thank you for that comment, because that's really my mission, is to let people know that there is something else out there, and it is achievable by anyone, even the most conservative bean counter.
Exactly. Yes. So thank you again so much for joining us, and we will talk to you again. I'll be in touch with you and get this recording to you, and we'll just plaster this all over the social media internet so that we can help women fire their boss. So this is Cheryl coming to you from Cheryl's Network Live, and we will see you next time. Have a fabulous day.